She was not comfortable on the release.
Yeah, stayed very tight.
Swish. I'm not sure why she keeps trying her luck from deep. It's just not working for her.
Here's Swish. The shot's good. Swish with it.
You got to give them credit for the job they've done on the boards.
Now here's Swish. Guarded now by Agungawale. Here's Swish.
Yeah.
The floater. Do it better than this Lynx franchise.
Yeah, I mean, look, from 2011.
But it's no good.
She's going to play her way
To the right side. That falls. Pass to Swish. Gets it to go from there. Swish with it. She hasn't scored yet. Here's Minnesota. Trailing by 2. And it's in.
Unselfish play.
straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Really left alone.
About her winning the award, Collier does her defense with positioning and reading the game.
Kind of used to drowning out all that volume by now, and it's a privilege to be in the middle of all this discourse, to be a part of the steep growth that's happening in our sport. And so that's what I tell myself, even after a tough game. When my phone isn't necessarily blowing up with positivity, this is a pretty cool journey that I'm on.
Yeah.
And being in the same sentence as a star like Paige, I mean, I can't complain.
There you go. Big picture, considering how tight the Rookie of the Year race is, how much do these head-to-head matchups matter and impact that conversation?
Honestly, Paige said something on draft night that's kind of become like my mantra. After getting picked, she said that she's just been focusing a lot on being where her feet are. And I've internalized that throughout my rookie season. And if I keep locked in on the next one, then it'll all work out.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just 5 on the clock. Let's go with a 3. Bang.
Really setting the tone.
Boom. Her shot has been off today with her team.
Swish. 9 points in the game. There's a screen by McBride. Swish. Here's Swish. Yes. The Lynx with the lead. Here's Swish. Gets it to go. And without question, Swish displaying her skill set today.
You have the magic touch in terms of setting up her teammates. Just a pile of assists for her.
Which isn't a very...
Swish. Yuha sets a screen. Watches it. Buries it. To take the lead. The 3-point.
Hey. So, getting a double-double for the first time has become a rite of passage in the WNBA. How does it feel to be a part of the club?
It feels good. Yeah, it feels good. I have certain goals and objectives that I want to attain and reach for throughout my career. It keeps me motivated and growing as a player and continuing to get better.
All right. If you could look into a crystal ball and see how many double-doubles you'll have in your career by the time you retire, what number would that be?
Tina Charles has that record, right? Around 200?
Yeah.
I'm going for that.
Okay, all right. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over here.
Hey, Elizabeth. Go ahead.
You've had some good games so far, but I'd consider this to be your breakout game of the season. Do you agree?
I think it's the first game that I felt really comfortable and uninhibited and played freely. And it felt like I was really rediscovering who I am as a player.
So first-year players often have a memorable welcome to the WNBA moment, sort of an introduction to the league. What was yours?
You know, I thought I knew what it felt like to get hit by a screen. But getting caught up and crushed by Steph Dolson, that felt like a true initiation. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Gotcha.
it would have to be that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
She's covered by Thomas. Swish. Now here's Swish. She's covered by Thomas. Swish. Hits the 3-point. Here's Swish. And the
Resistance inside.
trains it. Here's Swish. That's... Here's Swish. And...
Charles has been around the league and is such a reliable and consistent player. What was it like going head-to-head against her on the court?
Man, it was a challenge. Absolutely. She's big, but she shoots like a guard and can pretty much hit from anywhere, and it's hard to defend players like that. I think I did a good job overall.
Agreed. What do you take away from matches like this against some of the league's greatest players?
Well, it's a delicate balance of staying true to your game and what you do best on the court, but also paying attention in real time to the little things players like Tina does during a game that can actually help you grow, like the way she sets screens on me or just her footwork at the rim. I try to take note of those things and then just rewatch them on film later.
Thanks a lot.
Your team needed a big performance from you on both sides of the ball against Alyssa Thomas, arguably the toughest forward to ever play the game. How were you able to get it done?
The past few times we played them, Alyssa took me to school, so I wanted to come out and show that I learned a lesson or two.
Nice. What do you do differently on the defensive end, and are you more comfortable now facing some of the top players in the league at this point of the season?
Early season jitters, that's a part of the game, but they didn't last long. At the end of the day, we're all pros. We all have a job to do. This time around, it was my job to make it hard for Alyssa to score and box her out. Easier said than done, obviously, but that's what I focused on.
Cool.
To the paint. Swish. Lays it up. Now here's Swish. And the layup's good off the glass.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, Howard the screen. Here's Swish. Hits. Now here's Swish. She's guarded by Hayes. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Swish. Now here's Swish. She's got 10.
First half, but so far in the second, she's come up empty.
And here are the Lynx now. Swish. Here's Swish. Laid it. And here are the Lynx now. The lead is 2.
Rebounds, 8 assists last year, and she brings toughness to this team.
Swish.
Moments, too. She's got a few in the playoffs.
Swish. Pass to Swish. That's good. And here's Swish. The form.
And for that game against the Aces, that's it.
The Swish. Stop. Get the rebound.
Her performance, a triple-double for her.
Pretty much every play. Just impacting the game and draining the important shot.
Inside. And she makes good on the layup.
Nice pass. She got that ball right into her team.
Trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Congrats on the first triple-double of your career. Is it safe to say that we can expect more in the near future?
I think I've gotten really comfortable with being more than a scorer. I like facilitating and snagging rebounds to get us that second chance opportunity or get us out in transition. I like to do it all. So yeah, that's a safe bet.
Not taking anything away from your accomplishment, but triple-doubles are actually a lot more common these days. What are your thoughts on that?
The evolution of the game itself has a lot to do with that. And yes, we're seeing more players hit that mark in a game, but that doesn't mean it doesn't take a lot of work and effort in the process. I will always marvel at Alyssa Thomas getting 6 in one season. Incredible.
The shots were falling, but you also stuffed the stat sheet, getting a rare 20-20 game in the process. Can you tell us about the difficulty of that?
You know, there's definitely skill involved, of course, but some of it has to do with the flow of the game, the matchup, a little bit of luck, honestly. It's just all wrapped into it. Everything just has to come together perfectly, and that's why it's so rare.
Well, getting 20-20 often indicates a player had leverage in at least 2 areas of the court. How were you able to use that leverage so effectively?
You know, I really think this particular matchup just worked in my favor. I was able to get a lot of open looks on shots. Other than that, just using my court awareness to the best of my ability and getting a little help from my teammates.
Thanks
It all
so
came
much.
together. Thanks.
Thanks.
It's rare to see her come up empty on such a wide.
Screen by Collier. looking to get back on track. Swish with it. 6 points for her. Yep.
Doesn't miss many of those, especially with the defense.
Collier on the wing. She's got 14. Here's Swish. And now the Lynx fast break. Here's Swish.
Here in the second.
Not her best performance scoring the ball thus far.
Now here's Swish. Started.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
Swish. The three is up. There.
Done here today.
Swish. Here's Swish. Separating the two clocks. Swish.
Ooh. I was locked in on that game where Caitlin broke Sloot's record. So to be on top of a stat with both of them, that's like so crazy to me. You know, I take a ton of pride in my ability to create opportunities for my teammates. And so much of the way that I manipulate defenses is strategy that I've learned from watching those two and the way they probe defenses.
Very cool. How were you able to see the floor so well and find your open teammates? It was awesome.
You know, execution. That's all there is to it. Credit to our coaches, you know, who put together the scout, because I just knew what to expect from all their defensive coverages. Beyond that, it's shot making. Then you and I would have had the same number of assists tonight, if not for my talented teammates, who really just made my stat line pop by just knocking down all those open looks.
Oh, wow. You're too kind. I gotta go to the gym, but thanks.
You're good.
This triple-double is a special one because you also broke Courtney Vandersloot's previous record for most assists for a triple-double in the process. Were you aware of that as you were finishing out the game?
Not at all. Honestly, I didn't find out until after the game, and I wasn't really keeping track of how many assists I had. I was just in the zone and focused on what we were trying to accomplish offensively.
You were tossing passes out today like you were giving away free t-shirts at halftime. How are you able to get your teammates actively involved?
Honestly, all credit to the game plan going in. I knew what we were trying to do from a spacing standpoint and getting open shots, and it worked really well. I didn't really have to do very much on my end, honestly.
Here's Swish.
It's your leaps. Top 5 in both most improved player voting.
From outside.
She's going to play her way right onto the bench. If she can.
He only got a finger to that shot on the block attempt.
It was just.
Swish. Screen by Howard. With the teardrop.
What a great start to this game.
Takes the three. Swish. Swish. Sinks the triple.
Absolute head scratchers. She's out there playing like it's a game of horror.
Shot from 16. Now Swish. 22 points for her. Late. Here's Swish. And keep the ball here. Here's Swish. Drill.
Patience shows through in a game like this, and I think that's what we're seeing.